Melting Pot Mosaic. How Immigration Shaped the American Dream. Hook. At the table where worlds collide. Picture yourself at a bustling family table in Queens, New York. The aroma of spicy kimchi mingles with the scent of lasagna, while fresh-baked challah sits beside a pitcher of sweet iced tea. Around this table, stories swirl in Mandarin, Spanish, Russian, and English, sometimes all in a single conversation. This isn't just dinner. It's a living tapestry of tradition, hope, and reinvention. This is America's melting pot in action, and it tells us everything about how immigration has shaped and continues to reshape the American dream. The American dream. A beacon for immigrants from its very inception, the American dream has beckoned to those yearning for a better life. It's a promise etched into the nation's DNA, the idea that regardless of where you start, you can forge your own destiny through perseverance and hard work. For millions, this dream started with a journey across oceans or borders, sometimes fleeing oppression, sometimes chasing opportunity, always driven by hope. But what happens when people from every corner of the globe arrive with their own dreams, languages, and customs? They don't just adapt to America. They change it, adding new colors to its cultural mosaic. The result is a nation constantly renewed, its very identity defined by the stories and struggles of newcomers. Waves of immigration, each one leaves its mark. America's immigration story unfolds in waves, each leaving a unique imprint on the nation's culture, economy, and self-image. The colonial era and early republic, the first immigrants, English Puritans, Dutch traders, French Huguenots, and enslaved Africans set the pattern of diversity and discord. Early America was a patchwork of languages, religions, and traditions, held together by a shared desire for freedom and opportunity. The great 19th century influx between 1820 and 1920, over 33 million immigrants arrived, many through the iconic gates of Ellis Island. Irish and Germans fled famine and revolution, while Scandinavians sought land in the Midwest. Later, Italians, Poles, Jews, and Greeks filled the cities, breathing new life into neighborhoods and industries. Asian and Latin American migration, despite exclusionary laws like the Chinese Exclusion Act and quotas targeting Southern and Eastern Europeans, new waves continued. After 1965, immigration laws opened the door wider, ushering in millions from Mexico, Central and South America, the Caribbean, India, China, the Philippines, and beyond. Refugees and asylees. America's promise also drew those escaping war and persecution: Vietnamese, Cubans, Somalis, Afghans, Syrians, each bringing their own stories and strengths. Traditions on the move. How customs become American. Walk into any American city, and you'll find echoes of 1,000 homelands. Immigration doesn't just add new faces. It transforms everything from the way we eat to the way we celebrate and pray. Food. The true ambassador. Consider the American menu. Pizza, once an Italian peasant food, is now as American as apple pie. Sushi, tacos, pho, bagels, falafel, and General Tso's chicken, these aren't just imports. They're staples, reinvented and beloved across the country. Each dish tells a story of adaptation and acceptance, with flavors mixing and evolving as communities blend. Holidays and festivals. Immigrants bring their celebrations: Diwali, Lunar New Year, Carnival, Eid, St. Patrick's Day, and soon, cities light up with parades and fireworks honoring traditions from every continent. Over time, these festivals become part of the national calendar, shared by neighbors of all backgrounds. Faith and spirituality. America is home to churches, mosques, synagogues, temples, and shrines of every faith. The freedom to worship or not is a core part of the American dream. And immigrants have expanded the nation's spiritual landscape in ways both profound and visible. Language. The music of a multicultural nation. Walk down a street in Miami, Los Angeles, or Houston, and you'll hear a symphony of languages. Spanish, Mandarin, Tagalog, Arabic, Haitian Creole, the list is endless. While English remains the lingua franca, over 350 languages are spoken in American homes. Bilingualism, and sometimes multilingualism, is a hallmark of immigrant families. Children often serve as translators for parents, navigating two worlds at once. Schools offer dual language programs, and businesses thrive by catering to diverse communities. Far from eroding national unity, this linguistic richness is a source of creativity, innovation, and global connection. Work and opportunity. Immigrant grit fuels the dream. From building railroads and skyscrapers to founding Silicon Valley startups, immigrants have always been the engine of American growth. Labor and industry in the 19th and early 20th centuries, immigrants filled America's factories, mines, and farms, often enduring brutal conditions. Today, immigrants are vital in every sector: agriculture, healthcare, technology, education, and entrepreneurship. Innovation and entrepreneurship. Many of America's most iconic companies, Google, Tesla, eBay, Chobani, and countless small businesses, were founded or co-founded by immigrants. Their willingness to take risks and challenge conventions has driven waves of economic and technological transformation. Quirks and challenges. The mésanges of becoming American, the melting pot, is not always smooth. The history of immigration is filled with tension, resistance, and contradiction. Nativism and exclusion. Each wave of newcomers has faced suspicion and hostility. The Know-Nothings opposed Irish Catholics. The Chinese Exclusion Act targeted Asian immigrants. Japanese Americans were interned during World War II. And in recent years, debates over borders and refugees have revealed deep divisions. Cultural hybridity. Immigrant communities often blend old ways with new, creating something uniquely American. Think of Tex-Mex cuisine, Spanglish, or the blending of hip-hop with global beats. Identity is fluid, negotiated daily in schools, workplaces, and homes. Generational tensions. First-generation immigrants may cling to traditions, while their children seek to assimilate or rebel. The push and pull between heritage and adaptation is a defining feature of the immigrant experience. Resilience and renewal. Why immigration revitalizes America. Despite challenges, immigration has been America's secret weapon. Diverse perspectives lead to creativity and problem-solving. Newcomers bring energy, ambition, and a willingness to start anew. Cities and towns revitalized by immigrants. Think of Dearborn, Michigan, or the vibrant Chinatowns, Little Italys, and Little Havanas across the country are proof of the enduring power of the American dream. Stories that inspire. Faces of the American Mosaic. Levi Strauss, a Bavarian immigrant, created blue jeans, an enduring symbol of American style. Madeleine Albright, born in Czechoslovakia, became the first female Secretary of State. Sergey Brin, co-founder of Google, arrived from the Soviet Union as a child refugee. Jose Hernandez, the son of Mexican farm workers, became a NASA astronaut. These stories and millions more show how immigrants don't just chase the American dream, they expand it, making it richer and more attainable for everyone. The future of the melting pot, challenges and hopes. With global migration at historic highs and debates over borders growing ever more heated, the future of the American dream is being rewritten every day. Yet the core truth remains. America's greatness lies in its ability to welcome, adapt, and reinvent itself through the gifts of newcomers. How can we uphold the dream? By embracing diversity as a source of strength, not division. By reforming systems to ensure fairness and opportunity for all. By remembering that every American, unless they are native or descended from enslaved people, has an immigration story. Conclusion. Setting the table for tomorrow. The American dream is not a static promise, but a living, breathing mosaic, one that grows more colorful and intricate with each new arrival. Every wave of immigrants brings new traditions, foods, languages, and ideas, challenging and enriching what it means to be American. So, the next time you share a meal of pierogi and pupusas or hear a friend switch easily between languages, remember, you are witnessing the evolution of the American dream. The table is bigger than ever, the conversation richer, and the promise still bright with possibility. Invites all to find a place.